You picked a bottle of water up at the supermarket for $1. But that exact same water sells for $3 at a convenience store, $5 at a train station, $10 at an airport, $30 from a hotel minibar, $60 at a private members club. Slap an Evian label on it? 5 times the price. Put it in a Fiji bottle? Triple that again. Seal it inside a limited Hermes collaboration bottle? $1,000. And people fight to get one. Same water, same source, same molecules, same H2O. 1,000 times the price. And here's the part nobody ever talks about. The difference has absolutely nothing to do with the water. Now here's where it gets personal. You are that bottle of water. Right now, some version of you is selling for $1. And somewhere out there, another version of you is selling for 1,000. Same person, same brain, completely different price. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why. And you'll never look at a price tag the same way again. Let's start with the question everyone gets wrong. How is the price of water decided? If your answer is cost of production plus profit margin, you just fell into the most common thinking trap in the world. Let's look at the actual numbers. The production cost of a bottle of water. The plastic, a few cents. The cap, a few cents. The water itself, nearly zero. Bottling, shipping, distribution. Add it all up, you're looking at maybe 50 cents total. By the cost-plus logic, selling it for $1 is already a huge profit. So why can someone sell it for 1,000? Because pricing was never a math problem. Pricing is a psychology problem. Economists have a term for it. Price discrimination. It sounds controversial. In economics, it just means charging different people different prices for the same thing. Airlines are masters of this. Same flight, same seat, same legroom. Book a month ahead. $300. Book the morning of. $3,000. Did the cost change? Not by a single cent. What changed is how badly you need it. Water works exactly the same way. At a supermarket, you have 20 brands in front of you. You have time. You have options. The seller has zero leverage. But in a desert, after a concert, dehydrated, looking for anything? When you are genuinely desperate, the water didn't change. Its value did. This is the first secret of pricing. Price is not set by cost. Price is set by scarcity. And scarcity is set by the scene. But go one layer deeper. Why does Evian cost 10 times more than a generic store brand? Run the lab tests. The mineral content is barely different. The gap isn't in the water. It's in the bottle design, the brand story, the shelf placement, the type of person it signals you are. When you buy Evian, you're not buying water. You're buying an identity. The identity of someone who has standards. That's the second secret of pricing. Once basic needs are met, people pay a premium for how something makes them feel about themselves. Now you understand why price exists. But here's the more interesting question. Why do some people build a business around water and get rich, while others sell water their whole lives and stay broke? The answer is 3 completely different games. Imagine I hand you a truckload of water and say, go make money. The first way to sell it. Set up a stand on the street. 1 bottle at a time. $1 each. Pack up when you're done. This is selling a product. Your income ceiling is how many bottles you have, how many locations you can reach, how many hours you can stand. Work harder, earn more. Stop working, earn nothing. And every year that passes, your back hurts a little more. The second way, open a water delivery service. Fixed location. Monthly subscriptions. Customers prepay. You deliver on a schedule. This is selling a service. Now you have recurring revenue, customer loyalty, predictable income. But your ceiling just became, how many neighborhoods can you cover? How many delivery drivers can you manage? Still a ceiling, just higher. The third way, sell a water purification system. The customer pays $3,000 once, installs it at home, produces unlimited clean water forever. This is selling a solution. You just moved from supplier to enabler. From physical labor to expertise. The customer isn't paying for water anymore. They're paying for peace of mind. They're paying to never think about this problem again. Your value structure just changed completely. Here's the real difference between the three. The product seller earns the margin. Your value disappears when the product does. The service seller earns time. But time has a hard limit. So income has a hard limit. The solution seller earns from knowledge. Your value scales with the size of the problem you can solve. The bigger the problem, the more irreplaceable you become. This explains why two people can spend 10 years in the same industry, and one ends up running the company while the other is still doing deliveries. They weren't playing different games. They chose different games from day one, and there's a pattern hiding inside this. The higher the model, the less it depends on the water itself. The product seller, every dollar comes from the physical object. The solution seller, the water is just the entry point. The real value is the system, the judgment, the expertise. Look at every high-earning profession, and you'll see the same thing. A lawyer doesn't sell words. They sell their understanding of the law. A doctor doesn't sell prescriptions. They sell their ability to read what's wrong. A consultant doesn't sell slide decks. They sell commercial insight. They all upgraded themselves from product providers to problem solvers. Now let's bring this back to you. Because you think this is a video about water. It's not. You sell water every single day. Let me show you what I mean. Take your monthly salary. Divide it by your working hours. That's your price per bottle. For most people, that number is closer to a supermarket shelf than a private members club. And here's the painful truth. Most people are selling themselves using the product model. Hourly rate, per task, per deliverable. Work more, earn more. Stop working, earn nothing. And unlike actual water, your product gets more expensive to maintain every year, while the market keeps finding cheaper alternatives. So where's the exit? 3 moves. Move 1, redefine your scarcity. If 10,000 people can do what you do, you're the $1 supermarket water. If 100 people can do it, you're the airport bottle. If 10 people in the world can do exactly what you do, you're the limited edition. The mistake people make is trying to become extreme at one single skill. That's hard and slow. The faster move, stack 2 or 3 common skills that rarely appear together. Plenty of people can write code. Plenty of people understand marketing. Plenty of people can speak confidently on camera. But someone who does all 3, that combination is genuinely rare. Scarcity doesn't require perfection. It requires an unusual combination. Move 2. Stop selling time. Start selling solutions. Your employer isn't buying your hours. They're buying a problem removed from their life. If you only execute tasks, you're the delivery driver, replaceable the moment someone cheaper appears. If you can diagnose the problem, design the approach, and drive it to completion, you're the purification system, hard to replace, high pricing power. The shift is simpler than it sounds. Stop just completing the task. Understand the problem behind the task. Stop just delivering results. Explain why this result was the right one. Stop being the hands. Start being the thinking. Move 3. Make your value visible. This is the one most people skip, and it's the one that costs them the most. Here's the brutal truth. Your actual ability and what people believe you're capable of are often 2 completely different numbers. Some people with average skills but strong communication, a clear personal brand, and a visible track record earn 3 times more than someone twice as capable who never learned to be seen. This isn't about becoming fake. It's about understanding that value only counts when it can be perceived, right? Speak. Share your thinking. Build something people can point to. Let the right people know what problem you solve and why you're the one to solve it. Your ability is the water. Your communication is the label. Your network is the shelf. Your reputation is the brand story. All 4 together determine whether you sell for $1 or 1,000. Here's the truth that sits underneath all of this. Value is not objective. Value is not fixed. Value is constructed. What people pay for something has almost nothing to do with what it actually is, and almost everything to do with how scarce it feels, what story surrounds it, and what it says about the person buying it. The most expensive things in the world are rarely the most useful. They're the hardest to get, the most loaded with meaning, the most carefully placed in the right context, in front of the right person, with the right story attached. That's not manipulation. That's how value has always worked, and you have complete control over all three levers. So the next time you look at a price tag, on a product, on a service, on a job offer, on yourself, don't ask, is this expensive? Ask, what story is being told here? What scarcity is being created? What problem is being solved? And how visible is the solution? Because the water in that $1,000 bottle is the same water in the $1 bottle. The only thing that changed is everything around it, and everything around you is something you can change.